I don't even know if I'm live. How about that? Yo, what's going on? Can you lot hear me? Like, am I here? 1 2 1 2. I can't even know if I'm live. That's how mad this situation is. Yo, what's going on? I'm live. Okay. StreamYard, you're taking absolute liberties. StreamYard, you're taking liberties. I ain't talking about the Clash of Car. All right, listen, I'm back. I'm here. I don't know if I do this. I wonder if this. Oh shit! Yeah, lovely work. Okay, we're here. We're here. What about the sound? How's it sound? Is it okay? Like, are we good sound wise, or is it crazy? Let me know in the chat. You're sitting a bit close. I was trying to sort things out. Loud and clear. Cool. All right, now that's out the way. What I need you lot to do is you need to hit the to get involved in today's show. We're using the Discord. Thank God we have a Discord. Shout out Gooseside. Shout out Connor. Shout out everyone. Hit the Gooseside link. Hit the link, yeah, and join the Discord. That's how you're gonna get involved in today's show. They'll put the link of the Discord. Which one are we gonna use? I think we used the other one. Yo, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna? Anyone there ready to use? The KG one, Reckless Discord. Is that a rec? Wait, so yo, let me know. What one is that, bro? The link is there. I can police my one. Brilliant. That's it. Can you use the football one? I'm not ready for this. But we'll get it together. It's annoying, man. StreamYard, everyone's been having problems with this program for a while. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not the only YouTuber to be getting through with that, so wicked. That's the Gooseside one. Cool. The Super League one. There you go. Let me just join that as well. Okay, KG. Brother, this is the deadest intro or start. Oh man, I gotta go and get the Discord link. 1 second. Copy. Boom. All right, that's there. All right, now let me connect. Where is it gonna be? Delegates chat. Here it is. Not the, I need the normal one. General. Yeah, let me join that. Am I in? I'm in there. Yo, can you hear me? Yeah, let me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Who is this, by the way? Hello.
Yo.
Pav, wicked. You lot, what would help me, yeah, is if we can like bring different people in it. So if you lot can, I can put people in the waiting room. Wagwan, I think that's. I can't see none of y'all's names in here.
It's me.
I know.
What do you mean it's me? You're not got a name.
Young Maresca. I know that's Maresca. I know that's Maresca. But then to help me a little bit, because I need to get this show on the road. I'll profit off.
Yeah.
Let's go. What we're gonna do, yeah, is we keep people in the waiting room, then add people like after, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So what I was gonna, I haven't had a chance to do anything. I didn't know you were gonna do this.
Neither did I.
Let me try and sort something in 2 seconds.
All right, cool. Wicked. So while that's happening, let me just start by talking about the situation that we all seen. Rest in peace, Jota, man. That's tragic news. That's probably the worst thing you want to hear. I just heard he got married just about a week ago and stuff like that. So it him and a family member, you know.
His brother.
Yeah, bro. Life is incredibly short, you know. I don't even think talking about even mentioning the word of rivalry, I don't even think that's even necessary. We know what life is in it, and it's a shame, you know. Prayers to Jota's whole family, Liverpool fans, and just football fans in general, because I think these players they provide this thing, yeah, where your weekend can be made and destroyed by football sometimes. So somehow these players just connect to your emotions in ways that you won't even understand. So it feels different. It does. It hits different. I remember when Fergie was not feeling well, like when he said it's touch and go, I felt that shit. So I could only imagine how the Liverpool fans are feeling.
Even
Go ahead.
even when Ronaldo lost his, he was having twins and one of them didn't make it. Even when the football fans did their respecting for him, Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans at the time.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's
Rivalry
like
doesn't come into
it
it.
doesn't
Like
even
when someone passes, it's you know what I mean.
man.
Doesn't
So
rivalry don't matter.
I can't even imagine what that family's going through right now, man. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it kind of effed me up. I'm not gonna lie, but we listen. Prayers. That's what we're saying. Go ahead. So, what's Gooside? You gonna say something?
Yeah. Sorry. I think I've sorted something here. I'm just going to test it with someone. Captain, I'm going to move you to a different channel just to test this.
Yep.
Lets me.
All right.
Not letting me. Fuck.
You know what I do? If I go into the waiting room and then we can draw people into, I can bring people in there, right?
Well. Can you see the talk show channel? Can you try that one?
All right, cool. Talk show, yeah, confirm. I'm in there. All right, I'm in there, and then if you bring in like, I wonder if I can bring Pav in today. Ah, there you go. Now, did that work? What? Not good at YouTube. Nah. Do you know what we do? We just stay in there. We just stay in the main chat on the main channel. The general one. Yeah? How do I remove someone? Oh, I can mute people. I hate this. StreamYard, fix it. Look at this nonsense, man. That's absolute garbage. StreamYard, do better. You stink. Anyway, let's talk United.
KG, it's not, the permissions aren't working at the moment. Just move back to the general if you can for 2 seconds.
Yeah. This code's doing too much.
No, what I can say is like if everyone comes in here, then everyone's muted, and
mute
then
up,
whenever KG wants to bring someone in, they'll
talking.
unmute themselves.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be the way it goes. Wicked. Thank you so much, El Caps. Well, let's get into it, man. There's so much to talk about at Man United. You hearing that stuff of Jadon Sancho, Sanchelini? Is he gonna be the savior? Is he gonna make the move that really helps the club? Now we also got the story of Brian Mbuemo. Brentford's team apparently want way more. Like, they're talking about 70 million. Is anyone here willing to pay the 70? Like, are you willing to go to that level? Like, I want to have a proper Man United type discussion show today where we're talking about the team, you know, where literally players are back on Monday. Players are back next week. That's real soon. And we need to get the business done. I was with people for the first transfer window, not the real one, nothing to worry about. I hear you on that. Very good. Now we're in the window proper. This is the moment, and obviously I said the biggest caveat, if we can Sancho, bring in Mbuemo, sign Gyökeres. Gyökeres seems like that's just not happening. I don't think that's happening. Like the way it feels right now, it just feels so distant, so like not on the table. And there's that whole thing of, I think it was Laurie Whitwell or Andy Mitten that's talking about they're looking for proven talents. You're looking for players who can do it in the Premier League. So when you look at Douglas Luiz, yes, he's done it in the league as well. You're looking at players like Ollie Watkins, done in the league, and you're actually bringing a group back together. Watkins and Mbuemo played together before. Luiz, Watkins played together before. Who knows if Man United just managed to, team chemistry is already found already because these players know each other's games and stuff. Is that something that we could potentially be looking at? What else is going on? Let me quickly check what's online as well. Let's check if there's been an update. I doubt there'll be much. I think football Twitter's just definitely the focus has absolutely shifted. Yeah, as expected, to be honest. As expected, a lot of these. Wait, Napoli boss, Antonio Conte. Look, man, interesting. Jadon Sancho. That's the biggest conversation at the moment. West Ham are rejected a 50 million bid for Kudus. Rah, 50 million. Okay, well, listen. Let's talk us. Let's talk United. You lot, thoughts on just, do we spend the money? Let me start with Courts, actually. Courts, do you think we should just spend the money and do whatever it takes to bring in this player, bring in Mbuemo?
Start with someone else because I got mad background noise for a minute.
All right, cool. Say less. Let's go start with AJ. AJ.
Yeah, I don't think we should spend that 70. I think we should. I know we all want that player to come in and start when the season starts and stuff, or should I say when the preseason starts.
Yeah.
But we can't be taken for a fool, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people will probably think, oh, it's just 5 million extra from what I think. But I think we should just give him exactly what we paid for Cunha. And if that wasn't 70, don't give him 70.
But
That's
then
my opinion on that.
I hear what you're saying, yeah. But don't you think that we need this player though?
We do need that player, and that player need to come out too at some point if he really wants that move. You know what I'm saying? Come out there and let Brentford know. Listen, I've already played. I've given you my time as a hard worker, and y'all asked for a certain amount. Now the club I really want to join right now, they've put down that money. They've told you they're gonna pay that money, but you've now gone and switched that, right? So now you're messing with my money. So since you're not being a man of your word, when you told them you wanted exactly what they paid for Cunha and
Yeah.
they offered that, and you're saying no, I'm not playing. And then let's see what they're gonna do then. If they can afford somebody as big as what's
That
his
means
name,
everyone has
Mbuemo
to
to
be
sit on the
comfortable
bench.
waiting, and that's the thing that people are saying. They're getting a bit impatient with the wait. Like the fact that we're waiting for these players to come in, no one's here yet. Are you comfortable to have that level of saga?
The, I think if we want to start doing well in the transfer market, we can't be taken for a mug. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody got to be an example, and in my opinion, I think Mbuemo wants to come over. I think it's up to him at some point if he sees Brentford is overdoing it to say
To
something.
say something.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he said
Yeah,
something.
say something.
The killer is he has said something already though. Like he was the first to really try and speak out. Like
No, when I say something, I'm saying with backing it with action. Like
okay.
that meeting where it's like I'm having a meeting with Brentford now. Like y'all messing with my future, you know, going back on your word. So this is what's gonna happen if this deal ain't done because they've told you they're gonna pay what they paid for Cunha. So don't come back around now and be greedy and ask for 70 mil.
Yeah.
If we as fans complain about how we spent this much for that person and that much, I understand Mbuemo is worth the money, but at the same time we can't just be shifting for any club anytime we want a player that we really want and the club just says, yeah, this is how much it is, we gonna pay it. No, we can't keep doing that. We gotta stand firm at some point,
Yeah.
so
I respect the
if
take. I respect the take. I just
yeah,
is there a backup option then?
I think the backup option in my opinion is keep Ahmad over there and go for what you call it, a right wing back if we can't get Mbuemo. If they keep messing with us, keep Ahmad over there and go get a right wing back.
How do you
That's
feel
my
about
opinion.
this though? I seen the super chat. Shout out Aki. He says Brentford wanted 60 million from the start. United messed up for 5 weeks. Now we have to pay 60 million. 70 million is a PR gimmick to make United look like better negotiators. Total spin.
70. He said 70 mil sounds good. That's what he said.
No, he says that it's a PR spin. So we're gonna probably pay
Oh,
60, but they're just
Yeah,
it's
that's so. So if we going off of what I think, based off what I'm looking at the moment, I haven't seen no big name journalists say this is exactly what Brentford is asking for. I still think it's going to be around 60. Maybe if it's going to be more than that, the rest is probably going to be add-ons.
yeah.
But yeah, I think we're going to give him 60, bro,
All right, listen, thank
because
you,
they can't
bro.
just switch up like that. Come ask for 70 mil after you just said verbally and publicly that you want the same thing as what we paid for Cunha. So if we paid 62 for Cunha, why are you asking for 70? I don't think that's happening, bro.
Yo,
I don't think
Maresca,
that's happening.
mute yourself, man. You got bare
Yeah.
background noise.
Background, yeah,
KG,
bro.
I've created a stage here. If you want to move over, it'll be kind of just in case random people join and start saying crazy stuff.
All right, wicked. That's dope.
So
Could I
if
just
we
What
want to
jump in
move
there
over there, I can just
and then put people in? All right, cool.
What channel?
Waiting room. So it's still
Just
here.
the reckless thoughts.
Okay.
Record stores. There you go. Got it. Confirm. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What sound is that? What the? I'll get back. There's waiting room music. Hello?
Right.
What the hell?
KG, I've invited you
The
to
whole
speak.
music.
If you just accept that. There you go.
1, 2. Yes.
Yep.
Ah,
There you
you're the man.
so now you can now you can just pick whoever you want, and I can invite them to speak.
Oh, quality. That's brilliant. All right. That was funny as hell. That music
With
sound
the waiting room music.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
All right, cool. Yeah, but I think I finished that conversation with AJ. He's like AJ's saying, look, like Man United got to be more creative. So I'm gonna bring in. Let me bring in Pav. Let's see what Pav's saying. Pav.
Pav, right, okay.
There you go.
Pav, I've invited you.
Oh, that's wicked. Pav. Yo, Pav.
Yo,
Welcome to the show, bro. Sorry, man. We had to make these changes on the fly. Thank God for Discord. Thank God for you lot sorting this one out in the background, but we're here, we move. Pav, the floor's yours. What do you want to talk about? United.
I'll talk about Jadon sandwich first and get that scrub out of the way. I said to Botch yesterday when I spoke to him, why would my man be willing to take a pay cut now, but 3 weeks after he told Chelsea he didn't want to take a pay cut? This whole Juve thing stinks. Yeah, whatever's being reported, it absolutely stinks.
No, because I
Right,
don't think
there's
that
what
it's different types of money, right, that he's been offered.
again, the guy's on 250-ish, 275-ish with the no Champions League thing. They're willing to swap 3 players out of the 3 players, Vlahovic, Luiz, and Timothy Way. I know Vlahovic is on big money, so I don't see that one happening, him coming here, unless he's willing to take a major, major pay cut. But again, I'm going to repeat, what is this money that Sancho is being offered from Juve? Because they originally said they're not willing to pay the wage that he's currently on at Man United. So what's changed? I
Well,
just think this story stinks.
someone's saying Chelsea didn't want him. It's not really
That's a
about
lie because they offered him lower wages. We know they offered him lower wages and he refused it. So
I think he just doesn't want to play
are
in the
we
Premier
saying that
League.
Juve are saying that they're going to pay him? He might take a slight wage cut, but they're still going to pay him excessive fees.
I think he didn't want to play in the Premier League, bro.
Nah, I don't think so. I think he would have happily stayed at Chelsea if he was going to get the money that he was on. I don't know. I just think the whole story of Sancho stinks. I wouldn't be surprised if he's doesn't join a club this summer and just sees out his last year, gets his money, becomes a free agent, and gets his signing on fee next year. I honestly think this whole thing stinks. I'm happy to take Douglas Luiz and Vlahovic, but Vlahovic cannot be the main choice striker. I would get rid of Xerxes and Rasmus if it meant Vlahovic and Anoli Watkins comes in.
Wait, say that again. You'll do what?
I would happily get rid of Rasmus and Xerxes if it meant that Vlahovic and the likes of Ollie Watkins come in. Because you've got Ollie Watkins, who's a proven player. He does score goals. I don't know why people are throwing shit on his name when he's not a shit striker. Vlahovic isn't the top level striker we need, but he'll probably get more goals than Rasmus and Xerxes combined. So I'd be happy to do that sort of. And Douglas Luiz are happy to take him, but I don't see that one happening because we've got 5 midfielders who are still here. And
People
you've
say
got
that
Bruno who's gonna
Vlahovic
jump
misses
into
a
that
lot of
midfield, so-
chances as well, you know. They're saying that Vlahovic is a chance misser.
Say that again, you're breaking up.
They say that Vlahovic misses a lot of chances, apparently.
And so does Rasmus, but he still will get more goals
Oh,
than
no,
Rasmus.
we're not talking about... Rasmus ain't even in the
Okay.
conversation.
Yeah, I mean, bro, we just need strikers. We need something different, innit? I do not care. People have their own opinions. I got my own opinions, but
Absolutely.
I'll leave that convo to that. And then quickly on what was the second
The
topic?
Mbuemo thing, they want
Oh, the
70
Mbuemo.
M's.
Yeah, the Mbuemo thing. Look, I said to you a little while back, I'm happy to take him a 70 mil max, innit? But the thing that you mentioned about it's just PR spin about the 60 mil thing, I do believe that. I think that they want exactly the same amount of money that Cunha Wolves are gonna get for Cunha. The thing is, Brentford have got a rebuild, so they trying to get as much money as they can for their rebuild because they've got to try avoid relegation. Yeah, when they lost Tony the season before and Mbuemo stepped up. Now, Mbuemo leaving, they haven't got a goal scorer, so they do need to heavily invest to avoid relegation because I honestly believe that club's going to struggle this year. The manager's gone. So they're looking to get as much money as possible.
Yeah, I think they could get
try avoid
relegated.
relegation.
I think they could get relegated with how much. Norgard.
Yeah, I do. I honestly
there's a lot
do.
of
That's why I
players.
think they're trying to get as much money as possible.
Yeah, that'd be mad.
But
KJ,
yeah,
we
I
spoken
think
about...
we're getting better, but it's just taking the piss how long it's taken because if we end up paying what they originally wanted, we've got the same people that we had last time with the likes of what are them 2 idiots that were here? Johns, Murta, and the other idiot who went to the pub. I forget their names.
Yeah, I forgot their names as well, but I think that's a good thing.
But that's what I mean. We don't even know. We can't even remember their names. But them scrubs, you know who I'm talking about. We're doing the same thing as before. Like we end up paying what the clubs want. There's nothing different with the people that we got here.
It'll only be bad if it'll only be bad.
All this and that is in a new role. They're doing the same thing as the other lot were.
Arnold and Murto. It's only be bad though.
Yeah.
It'll only be bad if Mbuemo doesn't become a Man United player by when everyone's supposed to return on Monday. If he's not there on Monday, then it's bad. If not, then them taking this time, it doesn't really mean anything. People are still on holiday. Are you with me?
Yeah, I get that. But when do the players fly out to America?
Oh, we're not flying out to the 22nd or something. So there's still time.
So
but
as long as he's as long as he's probably here before then, that's fine. It's just that they're gonna have some training at Carrington, I assume, before. And then they'll obviously go to America. But they need to get in after Burma, they really need to get in at least another 2 to 3 players in before they go to America. And I can't see that happening. You spent nearly 6 weeks on Cunha. You're a month and a half in Mbuemo. Boy, yeah. What's his name? Barada Wilcox, brother. You man are slow as hell, bro.
Listen, I gotta bring in another caller. I gotta bring in Abs.
Cool.
So, brother, look after yourself. Thank you very much. Hey, Abs coming in next. Listen, man, the club do need to. Yes, please. The club need to operate on another level, man. We need to get our act together. Abs.
Yes.
Wagwan, man. Wagwan. Listen, what are you saying, man?
First, I wanna make an announcement so everyone can stop certain names. Yeah, I no longer have 7 screens. I've sold them all, and I've only got 1 screen. Right?
No, etc. made you get rid of the 7 screens.
100%. Something else as well. He has now stripped me of my scholar title, so don't call me a scholar.
No, you're a scholar. There's no.
I'm
no, once a scholar.
No.
Once a red, always a red. Once a scholar.
On screen. I am done. This is ridiculous.
Oh my God!
No. Once a scholar, always a scholar, bro.
No. There's no once a scholar. Once you lose a battle on the mains, you're
No, because I heard that the battle continued and people agreeing with some of the points that you made, bro. So
no
once
agreement. It was just a light discussion. Nothing.
no, I heard
just a-
people start talking about the
it's a light
list.
discussion, bro.
Bro, listen, you are who you are, bro. It's like, you see how Michael Jackson done the plastic surgery and his skin was white. We know him as Black
You're
Mike.
taking the piss.
That's still Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5. That's still the one we know, bro.
I think your reckless group,
Yes.
need a better quality scholar, and it can't be me.
No, it must be
because
you.
It can't be me.
No
because
one else has stepped up to the
You know
fore,
why
bro.
it can't be me?
Go ahead.
You know why it can't be me?
Go
Because
ahead.
when someone puts a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old that's never played football and said he's better than the player, and 70% of you guys agree,
That's crazy.
can't be.
Well, no, hey, that's nasty what
Yeah,
you're doing.
man.
You're trying to
set the
skew it.
standards.
No, that's nasty what he did. It weren't just that. He spoke about a plethora of things. Now, there was a lot wrong.
No.
With the
Let's
JJ.
accept what's happened, yeah? Let's accept what happened. When your fan said he's now attacking midfielder, hey, no problem. Strip me of everything. Let me make you man happy.
No, look. No. You are the one we've been looking up to. You, Uncle. I think etc. is definitely one like his scholarly. Like he's in his first year. You know what I mean? He's failed many times. But you have to be who you are. There's a few more of you as well. Mr. Dan, he's definitely one. But I think he's been getting to there's someone that's wrapup. He's basically gone to the school of rants. So he went to that scholarly school. Shout out to you though, wrapup. He's the one that talks about everyone else's talking points.
Blueprint.
Oh my God!
He's got the blueprint downloaded. All right, let's talk business.
No. Man said he. Let's get to work, man. No, man, do you know what's funny? Do you know what I find funny? If I speak to someone and they say the exact same talking points, same flow, same delivery. No.
Yeah, bro,
Oh my God!
Nah.
You know, they call it benchmarking. You benchmark Rant as his profile. That's what I want to be like. So it's done. That's him.
Go ahead. Let's start the show.
All right, let's do a quick talk. I'm not going to talk about Jadon and Juve and stuff because I'm with Pav there. It's something is very odd about that for me.
Why? Why don't you not believe that one's happening?
No, because I get they're getting rid of 2 contracts in terms of trying to get Douglas Luiz to us and Vlahovic, but still, I mean, what was it? What is it on the table?
There's this other player
I saw
called
175, right?
Yeah.
There's no way Sancho's accepting 175. He's
Why
been
not?
this difficult.
Nah, man, he's starting to deep it. He's thinking, bro, there's more to life, bro. I need to play regular football and try and get in this.
He's not that smart.
Nah, I think he's actually deep in it. Listen, he's listening to a man like Pogba and that, bro. Pogba's saying Monaco. Pogba realized there's more going on in this life. Are you with me? So, like, what we talking about? Now he's saying, look, I gotta just play football and carry on. Like, I've been in this Man United cycle for the last 3 to 5 years. It's foolishness. He's got to play.
Honestly, I'm so close to saying write this down. Sancho's not leaving, but I honestly don't feel like he's leaving.
Say it.
I don't feel like he's leaving, bro.
So
I think he's gonna sit
is
it
it?
out.
Oh, StreamYard. Where's all my clips? Write this down. Yo. StreamYard. StreamYard.
Not working, yeah? Yes, escape.
Oh my God!
All right, let's talk. Let's talk.
Let's actually.
Mbuemo,
There's
right?
Mbuemo. What are you thinking?
You see what Tottenham, them scums did. The moment they put 70 million in Brentford's head, I knew we have to touch that number to get him. Right?
But I'm hearing that's a fake bid.
Say that again?
I'm hearing it's a fake bid though. Tottenham say we never put that down. Daniel Levy, 70 M's. When?
You know what it is? It's now the mindset. The moment someone heard 70, right? Fake or not, they've gone, That's what we want. Get to that number somehow. And I'm not going to lie, I still don't have the confidence in Ineos just yet, to the point where I'm going, I trust them, because this palaver with getting to their number, to an acceptable number, this is dragged on too long, bro. It's held up the rest of our transfer window. Pre-season's pretty much next week, right?
Preseason Monday, bro.
Right. So we've only got 2 players. We need minimum 4.
I like how Diego Leon was talking, though. That was impressive. You got...
Oh, no, I love...
that's impressive.
Him and his dad together.
That is impressive.
Right?
He said...
I'll be honest with you, yeah?
Yeah.
The way the dad talks, yeah? That's the way I like to coach players. Don't waste my time.
Pre-season. He said loan. He said loan.
He's definitely his dad's son, because he was like, loan? Absolutely not. I'm going to make it to the first team. I said, yeah, this you. That's the mentality that I want.
Oh my God!
If I was Dorgu, if I was Dorgu, that would have made me say, okay, it's time to get serious. But you know,
I would have got a PT. I would have got a PT straight away. You think you just come in?
No, but you know why?
Those words.
Do you know who you need to look at when you hear words like that? There's only one man we need to focus on, and that man is Luke Shaw. Because the fitness that this man's about to find...
You know what, yeah? Do you know what annoys me about Luke Shaw?
He's going to tell you.
He has it in him. When a new left back comes, Luke Shaw's all of a sudden...
Luke Shaw
plays well enough,
bro.
Plays well enough, yeah, to keep being selected. And just survive.
Luke Shaw is going to remind us, listen, guys. Yeah, he said stop hating on Shaw. Shut up, SOD. This man is a criminal. Any left back that arrives,
Don't just say criminal, of the highest order, bro.
Oh my God!
So please understand, as soon as you heard those quotes, Luke Shaw, 6 months, non-stop football. Like Roberto, like what's called him? Roberto Carlos settings. You could see that.
The thing. No, his thing is as well. His fan base is strong. He
best.
plays 2 games and already you get comments. Oh, this is why we always love Shaw, man. World class if he's always fit.
No, yeah. And the media have never called him out, bro. The media, you know when they talk about availability, you know Martial always got cuss for availability. Luke Shaw's got away with murder in this Man United kit. Murder.
He's played less games.
Murder.
Less games, and he's been here longer.
Anyway, we move. Listen, Abs, big up yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm in the background if you need.
Say less. I'm definitely going to bring in a few. You know what? I feel like there should be, let's have some serious United conversation, actually. Abs, stay there, yeah? Let's bring in Uncle, bring in Courts, bring in, who's B? I wonder who you support. Bring in Delhi and Pav as well. Let's have
They've all been invited now.
Yeah, and then bring in...
You know Delhi's an Arsenal fan.
Get him out of here.
I don't even think I can revoke the invite.
Ah, man. How do you...
If he turns up, he turns up.
It is what it is. All right, no problem. What about this character? Who's this one with the ninja thing? B?
That's
Roughly.
Oh, what, Striver or Brush?
This thing is so annoying, bro. There you go. Is B in? Yo.
Do you want him in?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And AJ. You might as well bring back AJ as well. Cool. Right. Lads, let's talk United, man. We literally we start pre-season Monday. The players are back. Everyone's training. Time to get serious. We had the worst season ever. And you expect the club to really prepare us. Are you lot? How you lot feeling about things? If we go into Monday and the players in Mbuemo's not done, how are you lot gonna feel? I'll start with Uncle.
Well, first of all, I will say that a lot of this news I don't think we should put so much attention into all of these numbers being thrown around.
Yeah.
And when Mr. Well, he's no longer 7 screens, so maybe Mr. One Screen, when he said the thing about uh, Brentford had 70 million, so there, I don't think Brentford is coming on Twitter or on X to look for amounts that are being thrown online. I don't think that's how it works. Number one.
Uncle,
Uh,
why you gotta do abs like that?
Well, he said he's the one that said it by himself that he has sold his screens. He said
Let him
it. I'm
talk.
not saying anything that he has not said. But more importantly, I don't think these valuations are. We were here when people. In fact, this transfer window, just one player that we have signed and another player that we are talking to. We have seen how all the money that has been thrown around. Whether they said we are paying this amount from Mbuemo is going to be on so and so wages, and we realize that's not the actual wages that are being discussed, stuff like that. I would not pay a lot of attention to all of this 70 million being thrown around. Now, with that being said, if truly Brentford are somehow in some world insisting on 70 million, we move on from that. It is not difficult to
And
understand. It's
when
not
everyone
something
says
we
move
should.
on, do you have a target that you think we should go and get?
Well, do I have one person in mind? I don't particularly have someone in mind, but that may also be because uh, I'm not a scout. You know how we were talking about Victor Gyökeres and we are talking about striker options. Nobody really spoke about Ole Watkins till Watkins became a person of interest.
Yeah.
So we don't really
Yeah,
know
you're right,
who the
Uncle.
board have
We can't really talk about anyone until we're linked to them.
somehow a name just comes out. I'm sure
Yeah.
the scouts are doing their work and they have a list.
What about
So if this one doesn't work, we'll see.
what about the Dumfries thing? Him.
How old is Dumfries?
Like 28 going on 29.
Oh,
What y'all
Dumfries
think
is
about
not
him? What
bad,
y'all think
but
about him?
then it's a wing back.
it's
And I
a
thought we are
wing
trying
back
to sign
because
a 10.
no, because then you
The
play
release clause
Ahmad.
makes it very
Basically,
No,
tempting.
so
at
Uncle,
the
it's in. So the reason why KG brings that up is because if we're talking about, I know it might be fake, but say for example it was real, the 70 and or beyond what the Brentford is asking for Mbuemo, and we don't sign Mbuemo, I think keep Ahmad in the 10 position since we have that on lock, and we don't have any links to any other 10 at the moment. So I think that's why he's asking about Dumfries. I
yeah,
think
that's
Dumfries will be
definitely.
able to
But then
hold that position, in my opinion.
Right, but don't you think that part of the reason why Brian Mbuemo was a target was because of his versatility, as in the fact that he could potentially cover as a striker as well as being one of
That
those
is
tens.
another
So
thing.
do you think they're looking for someone of that profile where, because
I'm
Cunha's
not
the
gonna
same,
lie.
where
I'm not
they're
gonna lie.
looking at players that can be number 10 but also lead the line as well.
I don't think so. Like, so you see, I don't think Mbuemo is coming here to come and be a. Yes, he's a good versatile player, but I don't think he's positioned as a striker is all that.
he's
When
not
I
gonna
look at,
care
Oh no,
about
I'm
playing
not saying
10
he's the main
or
striker,
9.
but he can facilitate at striker
Give me a
if you
second.
need
Let
him
me
there for
let me
2
get the
or 3
super
games.
chats up. Let me get the super chats up. Bro,
yeah,
there's almost 500
maybe,
people in here
but
right now.
that's not enough. Do you
One
get what I mean?
second,
One
AJ.
sec, mute up people. Let him
Yo,
do
there's
supers.
almost 500 people in here right now. And big up to you lot for being here. But then the likes are shit. It's 175. Actually, we're actually on 500 right now, and we got 175 likes. Hit that like button, man. Let's make it better. I've got a super chat here that I've got to put up on the screen. I'll make sure I put up the members chats as well. Here you go. Boom. It says, rest in peace to Diogo Jota and his brother. My condolences to his family. I hope they're able to find peace in this time of pain. Bro, oh, God, that's absolutely crazy. Big up to the reckless delegates. Brother, you can't even understand that, to be honest. Yeah, but listen, Crash, thank you so much as well. Appreciate that. Let's get back to it. So you're saying we're talking about like players like Ahmad being there, Mbuemo being here. 70 million, I would go up to 65. I would go up to 65. Because
That's my max.
what's your like wheels
Just
on
Yo,
the
I
bus?
would not do.
KG, just for clarity, is that 65 including add-ons or 65
I'm
plus add-ons?
65, no add-ons.
65
That's it.
max.
65, no add-ons.
Because how much is
Can I ask you
Cunha?
guys a question? What do you think is Brentford's number? Because Uncle said that I picked up the number from the sky and Brentford are not.
To be honest, Abs, I think
So-
we're very close, bro. I
What
think
do you think?
we just need to restructure it. I think it's the add-ons that's the issue. It was probably
To answer
unachievable add-ons.
Ab's question, because Ab's asked
We
a
know
question. To
Brentford's
answer that
number.
question, I think the number is what we paid for Cunha. That's what they want.
Cunha, yes.
62.5.
That was what they said.
I
Yeah.
think it's the upfront issue. I
Yeah,
think
because
it's
the
what
last
they
offer
want,
was
the bread.
55 million, guys, with 7.5 in add-ons. I think if we restructure the add-ons, we get the deal done.
They want it to
That's
be
the
An
thing.
easy
They want
achievable-
more upfront.
An
They want
achievable
more
add-ons
upfront.
money. Because we
They
might be
don't
on
mind
some
less
stupid
lower
stuff.
add-ons.
But we absolutely need to have a number in mind where we're ready to walk away, though, because they are taking the piss. And also, even if we get this signing in, there's so much this squad needs.
They do
And
that. Someone
it'll be
makes
so
a point
nice
though.
to
João
get things done
Pedro.
before pre-season, but boy, it's a long road, man.
João Pedro was 60 million. Did he have a good season as this player? As in Mbuemo?
No, he didn't.
Bro, he scored 10 and 9 goals the last 2 years. He's a talent, innit? He's potential, but we can't be comparing, other clubs and what
How
they're
old is
doing.
João
Are you
Gomez?
not really ready to walk
João
away
Pedro
because
is-
of 5
João Pedro
million
is
though?
young as
He's
well.
not 23, bro.
But wait, guys, are we ready to
And
walk
Mbuemo has a
away?
lot of experience in the Prem as well. So yeah, it's hard to compare, if I'm being honest with you. But I think on high test, pure high test, I think João Pedro is a good player.
KJ, I'll tell you what, the issue I have, is the fact that Mbuemo and Cunha together, we're looking at what, like 125, 130 million, yeah?
Yeah.
And it still doesn't solve half the problems that we have, bro. We have a manager who insists on this formation with a back five. And I look at the wing-back options, yeah? We don't have one certified wing-back. Everyone we have are rotational options. Like, personally, if it was up to me, I would have spent this 65, 70 on getting 2 certified wing-backs. I would have went and got Frimpong and Kirkes or an Out Nouri. But those options are gone now.
But this is you not understanding how the manager works. Because you see, the
No,
problem
but Uncle,
is
think about this, bro. Like, if we
Hold
get
on, let
Mbuemo,
me tell you.
that
Let
means
me tell you.
Ahmad is
Let me
right
tell
wing back.
you. Let me tell you. What the manager does, if you just need to go back to his time at Sporting. Amorim does not buy wing backs. He makes his wingers wing backs. That is how he operates. You trying to look for a traditional wing back is not really what Amorim does. So
I mean,
while
people like Frimpong
while
wouldn't
it
be a
might be,
traditional wing back, innit? You can cover all of that right-hand side, bro.
yeah, but Liverpool already got him. Was he
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
just
leave
saying, hypothetically,
Liverpool
it
and
would have been
come
better
to?
because for the same price, we
Yeah,
could
but there's
improve
no
the squad more.
Well, we
hypothetical.
can talk about
If
hypothetics,
Liverpool
but that's
got
not going
him,
to change nothing.
And
yeah, it
Uncle,
doesn't
is
change the
it
fact that
easy?
Liverpool got him.
Listen, my problem, guys, is the fact that we're getting another 10, and 10 is the one position where actually got some numbers, man. Bruno can play 10,
No,
Ahmad can play
actually,
10.
You're missing
Mason
what
Mount can
Uncle, you're
play
missing
10.
what
We've got
Uncle's
Cunha.
saying.
Wait, hold on.
Uncle's
Let him
trying to
land.
say,
Let him land.
we
Let
already
Brush
have a
land.
plan.
Let Brush land with this point and then see where he's getting with it. Go on,
Bro,
Brush.
we've got so many 10s at the club. It's one of the few areas where we can afford to relax a little bit. Like, we haven't got wing backs. We're going into a new season with Harry Maguire as a starting centre back, for fuck's sake. It's a madness. In
List
2025.
the tens that performed last season for Man United.
That's a big thing to.
Listen, before we get into all of that, bro.
We'll wait.
Harry Maguire is starting as a starting centre back for us right now.
No.
Heaven is
Nah,
too
but
young.
what-
List
you
the
gotta
hold
We
on.
need cover
List
for that.
the tens that
We need
performed.
cover for that.
I will talk about your centre back. I'll talk
Sorry.
about your centre back problem.
Can I
But
Look
list
at who Onana.
Go on. So wait, hold
Look
on.
at Onana in goal,
Let
bro. There's
Brush.
so many
Let
issues.
Brush
the
go.
whole
Let
list
the
hold
ten,
on.
bro.
You're changing,
Aye,
you're changing his
parliamentary
argument.
proceeding.
He's basically saying our squad needs big surgery. It's more than just the 10s, is what he's saying.
No.
Yes,
What?
he's-
We're gonna power the
Hold
best
on.
part of 200 million courts on just the front line, bro. And there's so much
Hold
damage.
on.
There's so much
What
to
he
fix.
said? What he said is we can afford to relax on the tens. That was his statement.
No,
And I
he
said-
said, if you
No.
see, no, we're not going to change
Brush,
subject. He said,
Brush, did you say?
said,
Hold on.
Brush
Let me
said,
ask Brush.
no,
Brush
we're going to
is
be
here.
right. Brush said,
Hold on.
the
Brush
number
is
10
here.
is
Let
the
me
part
ask
in the
Brush.
squad.
Listen for once, please, Uncle. Just listen
Let
for
me-
once. Listen. Let Courts
Brush
talk. 'cause he's
said,
very rude.
Brush said that we've got a lot of 10s in our squad. He didn't say they're performing well, but he said if you look at our squad, number 10 is the position we have a lot of. That was
Yes,
what he
but
said.
they
Now you may
trash.
continue.
Yes, but they
So yeah,
trash.
that's what I was
They're
saying,
The
man.
follow-up
Yeah,
question.
and
The
to answer
follow-up
that point
question
about their
was
trash,
list.
almost every player we have is trash. What are we getting at by singling out? Oh, the 10s are trash. The strikers trash. The wing backs were trash. The centre backs were trash.
The
The midfield is
goalkeeper's trash.
The goalkeeper, the biggest trash of all.
Abs,
Like
I'm not gonna
You
lie.
see, all
Y'all
of
did
these
not let
things,
Uncle really attack that
all of these things
conversation.
are not. You
Let
people are
Uncle
not
attack the
letting me have a
conversation.
conversation. I have asked a question. I will address your centre back this conversation, but I have asked a question. List the 10s that performed well in Manchester United last season.
That's an
It's not
important
about
question.
having numbers. It's not about having 7, 8, 10s. In how many 10s performed in Manchester United? And when you
That can
say
score
the 10
goals.
is not, how many of the
And
10s
they
can we,
didn't.
if we didn't buy Cunha and we don't buy this,
And they didn't
how many of
perform.
the 10s can you rely on
None
next
of them.
season?
We can't rely on Mason Mount next season as the 10.
Okay.
Sorry.
None.
Maybe you can say
Okay, now let
maybe
me
Ahmad.
address your centre back issue. When you say Maguire as starting centre back, who told you Maguire is going to start as a starting centre back next season?
Based on the evidence that we've seen, because Martinez can't
There
stay.
is no
not
evidence.
He's very young.
Let me
You
tell
saw
you.
how
Let me
raw he was
dispel.
when he played.
You have to let him.
Let me
you have
dispel
to,
your.
when
Let me
you ask him a
dispel it.
question, Unks, you have to let him answer it though. You've
Okay,
already
no, go
responded.
How are you going to dispel it until we get in replacements, bro? We lost Lindelof and
but that's the thing. You're calling Eden Heaven. Eden Heaven doesn't have to start. We have
Obviously, he
Delete.
doesn't have to start. I'm telling you, he is very young and raw, bro. I know he's the same age as Euro, but they're at different
But we
levels.
have Delete, we have Euro, and we have
and that's your
Mazraoui.
starting 3. If you're playing 3 at the back, you need at least 5 centre backs, no?
Yes,
So you've
but
got
we don't.
Mazraoui as right
But my
centre back
point.
option again, rotation, yeah. And what you're going to just rely on Heaven? If something happens to one of the centre backs, who's filling in? Luke Shaw plays 2 games a season.
Martinez.
You got Martinez
hold
and
on,
Euro.
Again, 3 consecutive seasons. Lissandro Martinez cannot stay fit.
Can I interject?
Let me make my point. Let me just make one
Abs
point.
ain't
Let me just
spoken.
make
Abs
one
ain't spoken. You have to wait for Abs to make a point. Go on, Abs.
Maguire started most of our games last year, if you don't remember. Plus, in fact, he had to play because De Ligt was playing in the middle and he did not look good until Maguire came onto the pitch. So now we're just being disingenuous.
Because he was one of our better players last season. He was one of our better players in that 3 last season. Let's have it right.
You know he's starting. Why we until someone is
The Ligt struggled with distribution. From centre
you're
central.
buttressing the point. You're buttressing my point exactly. You're even making my point a lot more valid. The problem is you're not even allowing me to land. I have said Delete will start. I have said Euro will start on the left. I have said Mazraoui will start on the right. You insisted, which is fine, that Maguire will start at the center. Okay, no problem. You have said someone said when Licha comes back, he will start on the left. No problem. Mazraoui is on the right. Maybe Delete to move to the right. Maguire will move to the center. No problem. But now we've already mentioned 4, 5 centre backs. And I have said, mention the 10s. We are not talking about rotation now.
Exactly.
Before you talk about people to rotate,
you chose not to pay attention to that. Bruno can play 10. Ahmad can play 10.
Hey, yo, y'all chill. Let him get to where he need to get.
Let me finish. You mentioned all the rotations now. And then I have said, I'm talking about starting 10s. Before we talk about rotating 10s. For the starting 10s, who are the people that the manager will rely on? When you say Ahmad, we've seen that the manager prefers Ahmad to play as a wing back, and that is why we are not in for a wing back in the markets. All our links so far have been attacking midfielders and centre forwards. So Ahmad is very more likely than not going to play at the wing back. You have said Bruno. We have seen that the manager prefers Bruno deeper for ball distribution. Now, even if some reason you want to rotate Bruno from forward, front and back, the manager will likely play him in the midfield. I have said mention 10. Mason Mount is injury prone. Kobe Meno, we don't know Kobe Meno's position. Who else played 10? Garnacho. Is Garnacho going to be in this club?
No.
Even if he's in the club, will the manager start him? So who are the 10s? Before you even start talking about the rotation options like you did for the centre backs, who are the 10s that are going to start?
The
we've
explanation
somehow
Uncle
managed to
just
Over
find
gave,
This
to
is
money.
another
over
the
to
issue. I
Brush.
explanation
don't
Uncle
like
just
Over to
gave
Bruno
Brush.
playing deeper in a
dispels that
two-man midfield.
conversation.
Over to Brush.
This is another issue that we have. There's an imbalance in midfield, and until we see outgoings, we're not going to fix it. You see Bruno, yeah? I don't see how he plays in a two-man midfield when he's playing deeper. When he does it for Portugal, he's got a third man to help him out, but we don't do that.
But to the uncle's point, though, which I absolutely agree with, I can't lie to you. When you say we got a lot of tens, I don't like the tens that we have. I'm gonna see
Trash.
if
But
we
listen,
have.
you
I
cannot like
like
the tens that we got, bro. But look
no,
at
but
all
I'm
the
saying
other
in terms
issues
of
that we have in the
effectivity,
squad.
how
How many
effective
things
they
can
are.
you fix at once?
No, but I feel that's
I
a
feel
key
like you're
area.
missing Brush's point.
No, I hear what Brush is saying, but I feel like the tens, we didn't score enough goals last season, and we
Exactly.
didn't create
What
enough.
what are
So
you fixing?
I need
Yes,
a
last
So
season
this
we
is
made
the thing, though,
opportunities, no
guys. A lot of
goals.
people are cutting and pasting Cunha and Mbuemo's numbers from last season and thinking miraculously that's going to translate over. Obviously, the goals are going to be spread out in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And this is
that's
the
not what
first
we are
time
saying.
Mbuemo's hit 20 goals, and he was on pens and
But
that as
that's
well.
not
I
what
think.
we are saying, Brush. I think we are not saying the club is only going to sign attackers. There is priorities. The club is going to do business at a certain
Yeah, I
with a
think my
certain
issue, Uncle, is the
strategy.
fact that it looks to be on paper, at least, that we're working on one area at a time, and there's so much that needs fixing. I just
Yeah.
But
think
we don't
it's a
know
bit,
that.
you
So
know.
how do we know that?
Uncle, can I speak, please? Can I
Go
speak,
ahead,
please?
jump in.
Brush,
Okay.
you're not wrong, but at the same time, if you listen to what Uncle is trying to say, we already got. You said we have tens. When we played last season, bro, those tens couldn't. They couldn't bring out any good tangible results, bro. You get what I'm saying? And one of those tens been hurt since we bought them. You get what I'm saying? So if we get two tens right now, that helps with goals. That's that side sorted out. So with our defense, right? At least we did something last season with that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bro, we made so many
Yeah.
attempts on goals and never finished
Well,
our dinner.
listen, our 10,
But
let's
this
Yeah.
time, if we can get those two tens that are proven in the Premier League, we can at least get somewhere
think-
with that.
let's be
You get what I'm saying?
fair.
So that's
Wait,
why
let's
we're
be
looking
fair.
at the
Our
10.
most
The wing
effective
back
10
position,
was
we've already
Garnacho.
tried and tested couple people that are present in our team, and they play decent there. For example, you can rotate. What's his name? The new guy on the right. You can move him to the. On the left. You can move him to the right. He can play both sides. And what's his name? Ahmed can play a right wing back as well. So when we have those two options, why not get the guys that can score up front? You need that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think they're going about it the right way. Make sure we get the guys that can get us the goals, right? And then once we get that down packed, what's the next thing? The midfield. Do you get what I'm saying? So because the midfield, regardless, even if we got ran past last season, it still did whatever it needed to do.
Let me read these supers again and then I'll get to it. 1 second. They're saying scholar and scholar violence. # one screen's enough. Crazy. That was Uncle versus Abs. It was scholarly still. Let me just go back and read some of these. Actually, here we go. R.I.P. Jota, absolutely. R.I.P. Diogo Jota, condolences family and all associated. So sad to hear, man. Young scholar and scholar violence. 1 screen's enough. Here you go. This is the same manager that started Shaw when he didn't have to, when he had options. All this guessing is moot. When fit, Mount and Shaw could play. Jesu, that would be crazy. Last one. It goes, the point you man are missing is we need goals in this team. The first priority has been getting goals in this team, hence Cunha and Mbuemo and the striker. And yeah, that's it.
Right.
Like, while I understand what you guys are talking about. I kind of like us at centre back. I think we got good numbers there. Personally, I like the fact that there is a Heaven, there's Euro, there's Mazraoui. These players will come in and Maguire, Delete. Do we need to go into the? Do you lot feel like we need to go and buy another centre back?
No,
Sorry,
no,
KG,
Yeah.
do you
no.
want
We
KG,
do
do you
need
want Charles in this or
Yeah, jump him in. Do you lot want? Do we
We
feel
do
like we
need
need
another
another centre
centre-back.
back?
because we
I
lost
think we
two
need a-
depth pieces in Evans and Lindelof, and yes, they didn't play a lot, but their numbers and like Brush said, we can't trust Leach's fitness. Heaven's young and developing. Euro is good, but has had a couple injuries as well.
We got Fredrickson.
And if we're going Fredrickson as well, another developing player. But if we're gonna try and dominate games more, i.e., playing slightly higher up the pitch, which is what we want to do, and it seems like he's trying to do, then we've seen Maguire's frailties when it comes to trying to defend up higher.
But we've only got one game a
He looks
week.
lost.
We've only got one game a week, so I don't understand why we're gonna need
Exactly.
that
We
many.
can't
One game a
waste
week's
money
not
like
gonna
that.
turn Maguire into Usain Bolt though.
No, but I'm saying he's not the only. I don't think Maguire is gonna be the issue in this team, you know.
And you say one
But
game
Maguire
a week.
doesn't have to
We
start.
can't write off the cups, man. We want to win
It
those
doesn't
cups.
have to start like Uncle said, bro. You guys are missing
Maguire
this
does
thing,
not
man.
have to
We
start.
got Licha, we got Maguire, we got what's his name from Germany?
Maguire starting, guys.
Matthias
Guys, Maguire
We got
starting. Our team's too short. Maguire
yeah,
starting.
no,
Maguire starting.
I don't
How
think
do
he
we
will start.
know that?
Maguire can come in later.
Right. Just AJ, KG, and Uncle. What's your starting back three to start the season then? Because you guys say we don't need a defender. What's your starting back three?
Euro.
In my opinion, right?
No, don't get me wrong. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go on.
Okay, my starting back three is gonna be either Euro, Delete, and Mazraoui. That's my starting back three.
Got you. And so that's fine.
First of all, I'm not against signing an extra centre back. I don't think it's a priority, but I'm not against signing
It's not
one.
a priority.
But I will go with Delict, Euro, and Mazraoui. And with this whole Maguire must start, just the season before, Johnny Evans was one of our most consistent centre backs. The moment Amorim came in, it was as if he was non-existent. So there's no, because Maguire was on form and played most of the matches, does not mean there is no preseason where the manager tries something different. And before you need Maguire, is not the
That's the
starting
whole
centre
point of a squad.
That is why his squad is there.
Exactly.
And even if Maguire comes in at some point, it's not bad.
I definitely feel that.
So from my understanding, Johnny Evans had a back issue that it was taking too long to recover. That's why he wasn't playing that many games, and he only really played this year. He only played that last game of the season. So I don't know if that was affecting his choice of whether to.
I think it was. I think it was Abs.
So then there's no point mentioning him then. So then we go back to something else as well. Licha. From my understanding, he's out until December.
No.
And I've been saying this.
I heard he's sooner. I heard it's sooner, right? Or unless he's had a setback that I don't know about.
I heard he's coming back soon.
I'm happy to say that's what I've heard. If someone can correct me, I have no problem.
They said August to the chat. He's training.
I said, I'm not a scholar anymore, so I'm usually wrong. So
don't say that, bro. What the hell?
He said this last presentation as we speak, Abs.
Oh no. That's a centre back we can't trust, and I actually want him to be replaced before he becomes the new Luke Shaw. I want him out. So I'm ready. Also, not my list.
If you look at Licha, his strength is his ball progression, but he's not very good at defending the wide areas. There's a few goals that stick in my mind. I think the time when Solanke dragged him out to the right-hand channel and ragdolled him, cut inside and scored. I think he's not very good at defending the wide areas. So if we're thinking of this is going to be our left-hand centre-back, I think that's a worry for me.
Let me read this super chat before we get.
I would say.
Sorry, let me read the super chat and then I'll come back to your. I'll come back to your.
Arguing it, but just to finish, before we get a centre-back, please replace the goalkeeper.
He's not, bro.
Yes,
bro. I swear to. Hey, listen, Onana, that's us. We're with Onana. It's not over.
KG, are you dapping up Onana on tour? KG, you dapping up Onana on tour?
Do you know I'm gonna have to try and
that cannot be us.
I'm gonna try my best. No, I'm not. No chance. I'm gonna try and do the. I'm gonna do the Maguire. I'm gonna do the Maguire special. But Onana's such a real one. He'll come and dap me up, bro. Like he'll be like.
That's what I said.
It's a spot of love.
Oh my god! And I can't consciously dap up a man that I've been rinsing. I don't like this player, bro.
No, KG. No, what you do is you dab him up, and tell him the truth.
Yeah,
tell him what? Talking about dabbing up and whispering in his ear.
Nah,
Tell him
bro.
what?
What, you trying to lose
Yeah,
UV's
don't do it on
credentials or
camera.
something?
Just whisper in his ear.
Wait, you
brother,
think
need
so? You want me to do the
You
fast
trying to use
special? Wait,
UV's
so you want me
credentials?
to do the fast special? You want me to say, you know, you need to try, you need to work on your, you need to work on
No,
your.
just walk up to him like when he dabs you up, just be like, bro, you're a good man, you know, but you know, all season I've been trash talking you, man. Seriously. You
Yeah,
know,
you
but
man
Yeah, I
don't
wouldn't even
respect.
say
You
that.
man
Real.
don't respect media passes, innit? You
Oh
man don't
my
respect media
All I'm saying
passes.
God!
is, you dab him up and say,
bro.
brother, you are repping all black goalkeepers. Come on, man. I want
You
better for you. That's
you
it.
give him a USB stick with a PowerPoint presentation with what a good goalkeeper looks.
KG,
We're not
just tell him
Tell
that
him
the
to
Saudi
get
money is not bad.
calm.
you
Tell
lot
him the
that.
Saudi money is not bad. You
I'm
understand?
not gonna lie.
And
You
you've
guys are
been in
putting
Saudi.
KG's
Africa.
life in
You
danger
lot
there.
as
Headbutt.
friends, this advice stinks. I don't know who's told
Headbutt.
me. I don't know who's giving me
Hey,
good advice here. Someone's.
All
Does
you
anyone?
gotta do is
This is
just
all
say,
part of the
just a
master plan,
light.
AJ. If he headbutts KG, then we don't have to pay him and we can get rid of him.
KG, he
hey,
All you
headbutts
have
you.
to
Just
do,
let's
KG,
split the money.
is the black
KG's
man
gonna fight
know
Wilder.
you
Don't worry
guys are
about
wrong.
KG. KG's gonna fight Wilder.
All you
Wait,
gotta do is the
Don't worry
black
about
man know
KG. We're
of
setting up KG to fight
acknowledgement.
Wilder.
wait. So let me listen to what you lot said. Piss him off so he headbutts me. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
I'm saying
also
the black
heard.
man
Yep.
head nod of acknowledgement. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I might do that one. No, but he's such a
Man
real one.
said,
He loves flex as well.
He's
As
gonna
soon as he
dab
sees
KG
flex,
up,
yeah,
guys.
he
All
stops
this
for
your
chat,
head nod from
Bro.
distance is not happening.
Hey, you know that kind of, you know the black player,
Right.
yeah, that you think that is really on vibes and is sound like one of the man them. That's Onana. There's no way.
That's
he could
Onana,
be busy.
bruh.
He could be busy. He'll stop and be like, "Are you man all right? What's going on? How's life? Yeah? Hey, what's going
That's
on?"
him.
And that's
the
brilliant,
problem
bro. But
is,
that don't win us
he
That's
games.
brilliant.
just during the match, bro. Send him, like, shake his hand and tell him get gone, like, just leave or something, bro. This guy cannot be here.
Actually, that's perfect.
wait.
You know what you could say? As Uncle said, tell him, bruv, as African to African, that Saudi money will sort
That's
out your
Saudi
family.
money. That is what I'm telling you.
Hey,
Tell
you
him
lot.
that's Saudi money.
Convince him.
What?
Think about the people
KG,
in the village.
do not
Think about
do
the
not
uncle
do
in
that.
the village.
He will switch up on you quick.
Switch
He
up.
will not switch
Bro,
up.
One
He's
thing
an
I've learned
African
from
man.
this is, yeah,
He will not switch up.
I'm never
listen.
taking serious advice from any of you lot.
He's an African
You
man.
lot
After
the
all,
kind of
Ojanega,
guys,
don't think
yeah.
it's about the money.
If you're
It's not the
having
Nah, he's not gonna
if
switch
you're
up, man.
having
He's still
relationship
earning peas, innit? And
problems,
he still daps up.
if
You
you're
know,
having relationship
that
problems,
guy,
I
but
couldn't
like
talk to
when
you,
they
man.
dabbing up, they laughing,
Yes,
and
true.
immediately KG says, "Take that Saudi money."
Hey,
He's just
we're-
gonna stop
we're-
smiling and be like, "So what you trying to say?
You're
Exactly.
rubbish.
What you trying to say?"
Just
Hey,
You're
cool.
rubbish.
tell him,
We're
KG.
setting up
Just tell
KG to
him,
fight Wilder, bro.
Bro.
KG, just tell him, think about the Saudi money. And then when he's going, you just say, Assalamu alaikum. You understand? So that
That's bad. Hey, KG, that's bad advice. Don't do that.
What, KG fighting Onana and Wilder on Riyadh series
Oh
season
my
5?
God!
You lot. And this is why. This is why I'm done with you lot. Because listen to, you're the kind of man that if I was coming to you lot for relationship advice, yeah, I would leave the home, bro. I'd have to start again because this is how you lot talking to me. You lot give me the shittest advice.
But there's no harm in starting
Bro.
again. There is no harm in starting
You
again.
lot telling me leave the missus, start
There is
again.
no harm in
And
starting
all I'm
again.
hearing is leave the missus, start again from
relationship
you.
advice. They will tell you, tell her, "Panda man, panda man." That's what they'll be saying.
Let her go.
Hey, KG, this will change, bro. But a £50 note doesn't change, bro. The money doesn't change, bro.
I'm gonna lie to you, KG. I'll give you the same level of advice her friends will be giving her. You can do better.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God!
Nah. If I had to say,
KG, I told you bad advice.
You
That's
can
bad
do
advice.
I did not say you can do better.
Remember, KG, you a
Just
father.
randomly start singing
The
Marvin's
missus
room when you're near him,
is
yeah?
listening
Mad.
to this.
Nah, we love
KG,
was not among those that say you can do better.
I'm disappointed in you, Abs. KG's a father, bruh. How you gonna tell him what to do, bro?
Larry
He has a wife and a
stage.
daughter.
We love football. KG, stay, bro, stay.
Man, don't want KG to suffer, bro.
Yep. Him and Joe Ofori.
You can
Ofori telling KG to enter the ring with Wilder.
Someone
That's
said,
some
I'll
crazy
tell it to
advice
Lisa I
right
can
there.
shoot my shot.
That's dead.
Nah. How do I? Wait, I need
AJ,
powers. I need powers.
all KJ has to do is give him the all right, and it's good. It's good.
Nah, you lot.
It's good to go.
I'm gonna end the show, you pricks. I wish I could kick it. Hey, I don't have Sinbin.
KG,
Hold
you
on.
know the Warder's only got the right hand. You just got to avoid that for 10 rounds. You'll be fine.
There we go.
Oh, swear down.
Just into the ring
Swear
and walk
down.
straight back out, bro. That means it's an official fight, bro.
Oh, Abs, you thought
walk
you
to
were
the ring,
talking.
referee's-
Move.
KG can last 3 rounds.
KG, forget
I'm
all these
betting.
things. KG, you will win. You're a winner.
Unks, I told you right
You are a
now.
winner.
I just learned how to sin bin. I found a way.
I was gonna say, did you figure out how to win people?
I found a way, bro. These.
I gave you a role so you can do that on your own now.
Oh my god! I found a way. These lot were talking wicked. I said, hold on a minute. I hated everything they were saying. I said, wait a minute. Nah. That was pissing me off. Oh shit, Larry. Let's find out what he's saying about Osimhen, actually.
You want Larry in, yeah?
Yeah. Larry.
You should be able to invite to speak as well.
I can.
Yeah, cool.
Shit. Man's learning. Larry, I need the update, bro. Larry, send you an invite. Oh, wait. What did I send him an invite to?
I'll do it. I can send it.
Yeah. Invite to server. No, that's the reckless display.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the wrong one. There should be a thing at the very top of the list that says invite to speak.
Okay, wicked. All right, that's dope.
I'm not sure if you have that permission. I'll have a look.
Yeah, I beg you give me that permission. Larizio Romano. Look at Larry, bro. Don't ask me about no Classico, bro. We struggled. Let me read the super chats. We struggled, man. But my team, we're going to start practicing. We're going to get together. People, I'm doing tonight at, I don't know, 9 o'clock. I'm doing, I'm struggling with everything. I can't remember nothing. What is wrong with my memory? Oh, man. Not Four Guys. I can't even remember. He's on mute. Number 1 selector. Thank you very much, man. Didn't do my show for so long. I don't remember it, bro. Nasty work. There you go. But if you lot want to like Four Guys, I could pull up early, 8 o'clock, and we can do Four Guys for a bit. Let me know. Let me see. Let me read this one. I know he has been brilliant for us for his tenure here, but let's have an honest conversation. What's Bruno's best position in Amorim's system? Is he an 8? Then we don't have to get a 6. Wait, we don't have to get a 6 that can make up for... We don't have a 6 that can make up for partner and Bruno. Cool. I understand what you're saying.
Have a 6.
I'll read this one again because the dyslexia hitting. I know he's been brilliant for us for his tenure here, but let's have an honest conversation. What's Bruno's best position in Amorim's system? If he's an 8, then we don't have a 6 that can make up for partnering this guy. Now, they're saying Ugarte is going to be that man. I know you lot are... Have you got time? How long have I been here? We can spend some time on that. Let me bring them back in then. Let's bring in Abs, Charles, Courts, and Wajid. If you can.
Do you have does it let you invite people?
Let me see if it does.
Yeah.
Wait, so add as a friend. No, that's not the one.
It's like if you right click on the person's name,
right click on
at the very top of the list.
Oh yeah, invite to speak. Oh shit. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. I've got that now. Thank you so much.
Norris.
Invite to speak. This is clutch. Charles, invite to speak. Yo, you lot.
Joel, did you have something to ask before?
No, I'm good. I'm here.
Joel's trying to make me fight Wilder. Move.
Just avoid the right hand or something.
Joel's trying to make me fight Wilder, bro. Get out.
You can do it.
Bro. You lot, let's quickly have a 10-minute conversation about this. Larry's making a great point about this whole Bruno situation. I think Bruno's going to be disciplined and not go crazy and not be the chaos baller purely on the matter if he doesn't have to be.
I think Bruno is going to play the way Bruno plays, and I think it is a joke that we turned down 150 plus million or 100 plus million, anyhow you wash it.
We
For us
didn't
to
sign
sit down
anything
here.
that he didn't want to go.
Brother, but the offer was there though. Like we could have said,
Okay,
we could have
you
said,
can't force
we
a player to go somewhere they don't want to go. We've had this problem
clubs
with
do
Bruno.
it.
Like, let's not just
Clubs
say
do
stuff.
it all the time. But anything you want to
Yeah,
say, calm. It was
all
the
right,
club
good
that
Charles.
told Bruno
In your
that.
world, it happens all the time. That's fine.
Can you just shut up and let me finish? As I
No,
was saying,
because you're talking shit.
the club
Problem.
told Bruno
No,
that
but
he's been
Charles, you're
You're
out
talking
chatting
months,
shit
nonsense.
though,
and now
Charles.
all of a
Charles,
sudden,
you're chatting
You're just
shit
talking nonsense.
though. Because you
how am I
know that,
chatting
Thank
shit?
you.
bro,
Thank
because
you. Bloody
you're
How
Jesus.
am
telling,
I
you're
chatting shit? I
saying that we
haven't even
turned
made
down a
my
bid
my
that never
point, but
came
I am
in.
chatting shit.
Oh, you've already
Okay.
No,
started
but
wrong.
you said there's a
How have
bid
I
that never
started wrong?
came
What did
in.
I say that was wrong? It
You
is a
can't
joke
force a
that
player to leave if he doesn't want to. Hence why we still got Rashford and Sancho here, bro.
God have mercy.
And Maguire.
Rashford went on loan to Villa. Sancho has been on two loans. He's
Because they
probably
wanted
going
to
to
go.
leave. He's probably going
Because they
to
wanted
leave
to go.
again. Like, why are we
Because they
doing
wanted to
this?
go.
Bruno
Because
came
they
out
wanted
and said, if the club wants me gone, I will be gone. The club came out and said, if you want to go, come, you can leave, but we're not going to force you. Al Hilal or whoever were over there saying, we have a blank check for you. Let me chat to Bruno. They were chatting to Bruno for months, only for Bruno to come out and say that I don't want to go. Bruno was in deep negotiations. Why are we acting like this didn't happen? Like the move wasn't
Didn't
on
his
the
family
table
say
for
that
some
he
time.
didn't his family not want to go, bro?
After how
Brother,
many months
brother,
of negotiations, bro? How many
It was like
KG,
3. It
sometimes
was
you just
like
gotta let
3 weeks. You're making it out like they were negotiating from January.
Okay, no,
Charles, come
sorry,
on,
sorry,
man.
wait, sorry.
Don't
Okay,
just
fine.
talk for the
Wait,
sake of
hold on now.
talking.
You see, this is what is
KG,
mad,
mute
yeah, because
everyone. Let Charles
Brian,
talk
wait,
without
hold on. We
anyone
have been
trying to.
chasing Mbuemo for 1 month. You man said this is too long. They chased Bruno for almost the same amount of time. And you are saying that, oh, that is nothing. Now we are having a discussion of where does this player fit? How
So
is that a conversation?
so what should
At,
the
at
Come on,
this
what
Charles, let
Sat?
us
junction,
know your point.
At this junction, he's a £100 million player. He is going to play in that midfield. Wherever he plays, I don't care. He has to work. That's just what it is. It's not a conversation piece. He has to work. The manager said he wanted him. We don't know where he's going to play. He has to make it work. And that's just what it is.
Do you
Hello,
have any
KG, please.
insight on how it
Can
will work?
I back up Charles
Brother,
before people?
Who's
I
backing up
don't even
Charles?
Trust
Sorry,
us.
go on.
As
Who's
long as
this?
you can
What's
let me
it?
know how you think
Larry,
it's
go
gonna
on.
work.
Larry.
You
Oh
make it
yeah.
work.
Wait,
Can I
Larry.
back up? Can I back up? Can I back
Yeah,
up
he isn't
Yeah, go
Charles?
asking
on.
me. He's asking Larry. Yeah, Larry, go ahead.
Bruno in the national team said in quotes, "I had to wait a while to think about the future. As I've always said, I would be willing to do it if Manchester United thought it was best to move on." I spoke with Tamarin. He talked me out of it. I talked with the club. They said they're not willing to sell me if only I were there to leave. I think Manchester United, we need to look at ourselves and we need to look at the project. We should not put it at the hands of any player if it should be sold or not. Things is the player crucial to your project? If yes, don't sell him.
But that's what
If the
that's what
player is
that's what
wait,
the manager did then.
let me just land. Let me
Yeah.
just land, KG. If it's every player has a price, should have at least negotiated. Because if Bruno goes on holiday, let's say he goes contract from holiday and he has changed his mind, then what do? We start scrambling. Final answer should have come from Manchester United. We are willing to sell, yes. We are not willing to sell, no. It should not be in the hands of any player that, oh, if you are willing to leave, then we are willing to sell you. What if he comes back from holiday and changes his mind in preseason and say, oh, he's willing to leave? Now maybe he speaks with his family, he has a long conversation in this holiday. So is it now that we start scrambling and looking for replacements? We should have the final answer if a player is willing to go or not. Why should it be up to a footballer in a club
Perfect.
to say?
So I've heard you in this thing, yeah. But then you lot are missing something key. Amorim wanted him to stay. Amorim is the represent. So the club, what should the club have forgot what Amorim's saying and just sold him anyway?
No. That is what I'm saying. It should be up to the club. It should not be up to Bruno Fernandes if he wants to be sold or not. Bruno said it himself. I spoke to the club who said they are not willing to sell me only if I wanted to leave. So if should it be up to Bruno if he wants to leave or not?
No, but Bruno has free will. He can if Bruno said he wants to leave the club, they'll let him leave. They're not going to stop him. Any player wants to, whatever players want to do.
Clubs that rejected bid. Luiz Diaz wants to leave Liverpool. His father has been flirting with Barcelona, but Liverpool said no to Barcelona, and he's earning just 60K.
So, I'm sorry, wait, hold on. So are we saying players no longer should have a say in anything they do in their own career? Is that what we're now saying? Like, no player has any... No, hang on, right? Because what you've just said is the club should decide wherever this man goes. So no person should have any... no person should
Trying to
have
get them
any free
Damian
will
Lillard,
on where
fam.
they go. He didn't want to go. End of. Why are we having this conversation?
I hope we keep the same energy for
Why
when.
was he
energy?
No, he doesn't want to go. Why
No.
was he
I hope
negotiating?
I hope we keep the same energy for Onana. If we are talking
I'm
about the
so
goalkeeper position.
confused. 3 weeks of
No one said any.
negotiation
No
and he
one
didn't
said
want to
anything
leave.
about Onana. He
If
did.
we if we keep the
Maguire
same
didn't
energy,
want to
I
go
hope we
anywhere.
keep
None of our
Onana.
players have wanted to leave. Everyone gets frustrated and we carry on. You're making out like everyone holds on to stuff. What's good? What are we doing here? Yo, KJ, we're gonna have this conversation about the 6 and the 8,
I
or we're
don't
just
think
talking
no.
about like
I think
players not having
we spent
players
the
not having
time.
free
I've
will.
got 5 more minutes. We're never gonna work out thingy's best because obviously Charles and his lot wanted to know why we kept these players and they're talking about keeping the same energy. I don't understand the energy because guess what? Bruno's gonna have a shit game, yeah, and everyone's gonna say we should have taken 100 million. There was no 100 million. I can feel it coming already. As soon as that one shit passed, we should have taken 100 million. See, this is on you lot for not taking 100 million. On who? Who can it be on?
If Onana makes one mistake, you also do the same thing. We are all hypocrites here. If Onana makes a mistake, you say we should have sold him. You will do the same thing.
I wanted to sell. No,
Larry,
listen.
But Larry, but hang on, Larry, you're missing the. Hang on, Larry, you're missing the point here. No one is disagreeing that United should have taken the money. The player didn't want to go. No one is saying that. No one is saying no one wanted 100 million. There's not one person here.
But as Bruno himself said, as I've always said, I'll be willing to do it if Manchester United thought it was best to move on. This is what the words of Bruno. I'm not the one that said it. Bruno said if Manchester United
Can we just have the conversation about the 6 and the 8? Like, please.
But do you know?
Guys, let's go to the real conversation. How do we fit Bruno into this team if we get a Mbuemo and have Cunha and stuff? How do we fit him in? Where do we?
There's only one position. We don't know if it's going to work out. So it's not even a conversation. He has a position 8. Is he going to play well there? We don't know. That's if that's the conversation.
So I'm going to ask this question again. What can we do to make it work? What do we need? We need to buy a new player. Do we need to? What can we do?
Do you lot not think?
Naturally,
do you lot not believe in the gods for real?
Buy a new player.
Do you lot not believe in the
Naturally,
gods?
but will we this summer? I don't know.
Does no one believe in the gods?
Nah,
I don't.
Not to partner Bruno. It's who.
What about that Douglas guy that we're talking about?
That's why I do not to partner Bruno.
What about the Douglas guy? What about this Douglas Luiz guy?
He's holding bench, surely.
No. Not him.
For me, the profile that should back up Bruno. Obviously, what Ugarte has, good endurance, can cover ground, but much more than that, progressive carries and progressive pass, so that we don't see some of the things that we saw last season where there was no ball progression and Bruno had to almost draw deep the central back to go and progress play or to build up. You don't want Bruno at that part of the pitch because Bruno can have that moment where he can also lose the ball there.
Larizio, there's people in the chat are telling me I can't let you go anywhere without asking about Osimhen and what's happening.
You know, I said people want lies. I will not lie. It's what I know. I've said it. I'm
my God!
I cannot invent a story when there's none. The last time
Larry Ornstein.
So you're saying Larry Ornstein is what you become? You only talk on when there's something to say.
No, I cannot lie. People want me to lie, but I cannot lie to them. The last thing I heard was they spoke to me by salary. He said he was willing to take a pay cut, and that's the last thing. But I also told you that Juve. I sent a super chat then that Juve and Liverpool are also talking to him. So I don't know.
Liverpool.
Manchester United, I will let you know, but I don't know.
That Liverpool one came out. You know that story came out not too long ago.
I think I said a super chat like last week or so, 2 weeks ago.
Liverpool with Cunha? Sorry, with Osimhen, Saga? Whoa.
But I've contacts, innit? I've contacts.
Whoa. Nah, allow that I've contacts.
That would hurt, you know.
They go away, innit? They go away,
You'll be 15 points clear
for like
before
a month.
That would hurt, you
Yeah.
know. Him at there
Look,
as
KG,
well.
please, can
Bro,
I
it
say
will
It'll
hurt
something?
hurt. It'll
different.
hurt me. It'll hurt us. It'll hurt all of us,
Can
bro.
Bro, just imagine
Okay,
playing Liverpool and then Osimhen scores. What do you do?
Yeah, it's mad. Mad.
Oh God,
please,
God, no.
can I say
Go
something,
on, Larry.
KG?
Go on.
Go on, Larry.
I have a very scholar mindset about our back three, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
And I want
Speak
to
on it.
present something. I want to present something to everyone. I know it's not it's a very unpopular opinion, but I think I have to say
Talk with
Do it.
chest.
Do a
Talk with
PowerPoint.
chest.
Do a
Do it.
PowerPoint. What PowerPoint presentation?
it's
Go on.
really on our build up. And I think last season I was reading a
Write this
stat.
down.
I was reading a stat last season. We lost since Amory came into the team. We lost the ball 266 times trying to build up in our own half and trying to build up.
Yeah.
Which was the lowest in the league. And I think one of the reasons for that is because the CCB, which is the central back, moves to the midfield. So we build up in 4-4-2-2-2, and the wing backs are not quite as high as you want them to be. And most times, the persons that play the central back, that position is Maguire, the late. Lindelof also played there quite a number of times. And they are not the best in build-up. And I don't need to explain why. They don't have that special awareness. They are not quick on the turn. No progressive carries. They cannot carry the ball on their own if they're in danger. Back to play. So
I know Abs is getting excited. He says, I recognize this speech. Go on, continue.
So I think
I have
why, right?
I have one question.
Good.
Did you
Can I,
say the
let me
Liverpool-
just land. Let me just land.
Let him
Let me
finish.
land. Let me land. I think there are
with
two
your
things that can. I don't like the way Amro builds up because it's quite rigid. And when teams press us man to man, it's very hard for us. I'm sure if I say this, so many of us have said this so many times. Back to the right central back, back to the left central back, it goes to the left wing back, and the left wing back hoofs it. If the left back does not hoof it, it goes back to the left centre back pass to Onana hoofs it. And that is a lot of our build-up has gone. If we don't try to force the issue, and then the press against us works, and the most
Uncle
times
Larry,
for that.
Uncle Larry, who is the three people that you want in this defense that you're telling us? The unpopular opinion.
Let me. I'm trying to raise my point. KG, don't rush me.
This is a long
I
thing.
think there are two things that we can do to. Even wait, can I? Let me just give me just 2 minutes.
No problem. Like one Harry Potter novel.
Bro, this is a flight to 9, bro. It's 2 days.
There are two things that we can do to repair it. Is either we get a good 6 that is very good in build up, or we get a 9 that is very good in area dress. So that if we clear it or off it, the person can fight on his own and help us. But ultimately, I think what we need to do is, can we put our most comfortable central back in the center position if we know that person we need to go to midfield? For me, that is Euro. Wait, that is Euro and Lisandro. But Lisandro, the issue is with his height, because I don't want us to think of just build up and not think of defending. At the central back, at the central back, you need somebody that is very good in box defending. So for me, the best person that we can put there is Euro. I know for me, Evan is too young. I would say that everyone, but everyone has experience.
You know what? Midfield. But that's my team. My team. You're not far from me, because my team is Leacher, Maguire, and Euro. Those are my 3 centre backs.
I don't
mind. Guys, Maguire's gonna play.
You dropped the league, too.
The plane crashed, bro. That was terrible.
Guys,
I won't believe in heaven.
Wait, but you have to understand that Maguire is the most dominant in the air we have as a centre back.
I'm not. You dropped the leaked though. Like Maguire,
I'm saying what I know the manager's been doing. The managers, we're gonna be short. We're gonna have Mbuemo. We're gonna have Ahmad. We're gonna have all these short players. No 6-footers. Sometimes he started Xerxes 4 high. I'm looking at Arsenal right now. They're over 6 foot. Most of them.
The list ain't 5'11".
I'm saying that he's picking. I'm saying he's picked Maguire. Delay has to get ahead of Maguire, is what I'm saying, and play the position, the centre position, better than both of them. He has to.
I don't think. If they want the centre back to enter midfield, it can't be Delict.
Maguire,
because it has to be somebody good on the ball.
Then it's Maguire, then isn't it?
You're looking
Where
at
was
Euro, Heaven, or to be
It's
honest,
Maguire,
Euro
guys.
or Heaven.
I'll be honest with you,
if people
KG, right? I'll be honest with you. You can pick that three at the back, but Leacher is not going to last the season, so Delete is going to go in there anyway.
That's true.
Wait, he picked Leacher in that team too.
No, but Leacher, he's saying that he wants the person to progressive, to passing out from the back. Leach is the best in our team that does that. Then the other one that does the diags, the other one that does the diags is Maguire. And who else plays them balls from out from the back? Not many. Obviously, you got Euro, wicked recovery. I would love us to do something even more reckless and go Euro and Heaven and Delete. I'd love to see that as our starting team. We're not going to take those kind of risks.
I know
Why?
we cannot do that.
We should.
But
we should.
The manager.
There's no reason why
Let's look at the history of the manager. He plays young central back. Diamonde in Nasio, they were young central back when he started playing them at 18, 19. So
Euro starts. We know that much. Delete starts too. I feel like Delete starts if he's fit. The only thing is that last spot between Heaven, Maguire, and Leacher. We don't know what is going
And
to
we're
happen.
leaving out this man as well because he's playing. Masraoui, he loves him.
I would question.
Yeah,
I would
like
I would question why can't Heaven start?
Mandem say he is too young, but every time I've seen him play, he hasn't put a foot wrong.
If this
It's 18, yeah?
I think 19 or something.
19. It's the same age as Euro. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Have you seen the way? Have you seen the way this fan
Actually,
base
my bad,
rips the
18.
shit out of young players if they make a mistake? You think
Yeah.
throwing a 19-year-old in our starting lineup when we've had our worst season ever is the way to go? You think that kid makes a mistake and he's not going to be thrown to the walls? Like, come on, man.
I think
Maybe
United fans are really nice.
bed him in slowly. We only
Yeah.
got
Go
an
and watch
exam.
it. Go and watch it.
Let's bed him in slowly. Come on. Like what we doing, man?
No, I
hear
hear
what
what you're saying, bro. But like, we've had many young players on stage.
Yeah, I think United fans.
Euro has a big price tag when he says that. He's in there. He's made a couple mistakes, but what's that Southampton player ripped him on the also.
Who?
That Southampton had some winger completely ripped Euro.
Oh
I
yeah.
I
Suleiman.
all I know.
Yeah.
All I know is
I
our
hear
problems.
you're saying that about United fans, but
Our
we
problems
gotta
ain't
move
gonna
past
end.
that, man.
Our problems ain't ending now, man. I think centre back. There's things that we can do there, and there's different ways you can put out different teams, which is why I didn't think that's the focus. The focus is really midfield. The focus is really Mbuemo. I don't like the thought of walking away. I hear what you lot are saying. I'm not too keen on walking away personally. Like walk away and go for what? But my thing is, walk away and go for what? Because we don't. I hear Brush's point. I don't know. I'm saying, tell me what we're walking away to though. Because I know Semenyo is still high money. They're saying big piece of him as well.
Semenyo signed a new deal.
Go on to that list that was provided. Yeah, there's bare players that can replace him there.
Wait, no. Come on, Prem proven.
Gabriel.
There isn't many. Prem proven there isn't many.
Do you know the funny thing? If I paint the scenario, it might happen. Mbuemo might still come. Whenever we buy a player from somewhere to replace Mbuemo, and that player might have more goals and assists than Mbuemo for us.
You don't think Mbuemo's gonna be? You don't think Mbuemo's
Don't
gonna
be
do well?
thinking that way, bro. Like,
it's PTSD. It's just the way we've been. So,
you lot, I'm gonna kick you lot from the audience because I'm gonna move on, man. Hey, yo, swear down. Yes, you can mod people in here as well. Big up, Charles. Stay blessed. Joe, big up yourself. I don't think we dealt with Bruno in the midfield. It is what it is. Bruno and Mbuemo 5GA. That'll be a mad thing. That can't happen. Anyway, people. If anything happens,
we didn't deal with a key thing, KG.
I can't even pay back at the vengeance.
We didn't.
Yep. I got rid of him. See you later. Bye.